Good morning, everybody. It's trying to play my video over again. Wow, we got a full house today. That is great. If you don't mind, find that chat box off to the side there. You see I'm pulling up my screen. Let me know who we got in here. Put in there where you're from. And Jessica is just chomping at the bit here. She's next to me trying to say hello.
Good morning, everybody. Glad y'all are here with us today.
So we got let me take a look at the comments in here. I got to do that, see who all's hanging out with us today. All right, just if I get to the right thing here. There we go. Okay, Jack, there's Jack in Texas. All right, we got Mark is in here from Lee Summit, Missouri. We've got Johan from South Africa. That's just a ton of people. Allison is in there. I don't see where she's from. Joy is from Arizona. Linda, my favorite person there in Florida, and Sarasota. So we got tons of people. I won't read through them all, but really good to see you guys here today. We have a really kind of cool presentation today. I've been getting a lot of questions about pixels. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to define them for you, and I'm going to tell you why you need them, and I'm going to show you how to generate them, and I'm even going to show you how to put them on your site. So you're going to have every single step of the way. You won't have any questions about it. You'll know exactly what to do. We've got Abiola from Manchester, UK, just showed up. Cool. So if you have any particular questions, find that question area there, and you can type that in. Part of what I'm going to give you today, now I'm live today. Okay, it's Friday. It's the, what, 19th? Yes, yeah. 19th. So I am live today. But I am going to have a recording in here, and let me tell you why, because this gets a little complicated, and I did a video for YouTube on it, and I'm actually going to share that video with you, so ignore the YouTube-ish type stuff in there. You're going to see a little bit different intro and all. I'm going to play that for you, but then we're going to go back to the screen, and then I'm going to answer a bunch of questions, because you're probably going to have some. If you want to ask questions during the video, that's cool. I'm sitting here, so I can answer those during the video. So if you see something on the screen that you got a question about, that's okay. But let's go ahead and get started. First off, let me rearrange my screen so I can see things. And we need to get off that one, and we need to go to this one, Facebook Pixels. Okay, so Facebook Pixels, and this is a little screenshot of examples. Whoops, let me get back to it. Of what you can do, but basically they're for ads and landing pages and conversions, your thank you page, and the number of conversions. Before we start, I want to talk to you about something that has nothing to do with pixels. How about that? It's about what's holding you back, and what's holding you back could be very close to you right now. And I just want you to think about this for a second. If it doesn't apply to you, that's cool, but I think it does apply to a lot of people. And what's holding you back could be the people that are around you right now. A lot of people don't want to see you successful, because if you're successful, then of course they're not going to look good. They're not going to be successful. So, if you've got it's family members, friends, people you're hanging out with, and they're saying, oh, you can't do that, or you're never going to make any money on that. And I had a friend that lost his shirt on that. Remind them, and you probably won't be able to change them, so it's probably pointless, but remind them that there's, millions of people making millions of dollars. And those are the people you want to focus on. I do some coaching, and I've been on a couple calls this week with people, and I have a very limited amount of time I can do that. But, the people who pay me a little extra and they get coaching always seem to do better. And I remember being at a convention, and it was Russell Brunson's. I don't know if you know him, but he has one of the biggest launches ever. It's ClickFunnels. And he has a mastermind, and people pay $25,000 to be in the mastermind. And he decided, you know what, I ought to open this up to some family members and friends, and just, let them come. Just let them come. And he says in that mastermind, a lot of those people just make millions and millions of dollars. They take those ideas, they apply them, they do really well. So he opened it up to some friends and family for free. And he said that after a year, not one friend or not one family member had made any money off the mastermind. Now, I think the operative thing is they didn't pay anything for it. So if you're not investing in, and a lot of you guys are DCA members, so you've invested and you're getting good results. But if you've never spent any money on your education, you're probably not going to try as hard. You're not going to apply as much. You're not going to do as much. So, just give that some thought. because those people who invest in their education, they always, always, always do better. It's amazing what goes on. So anyhow, I'm gonna, somebody's asked me about the recording. What are they saying here? Will the recording be available later? Yes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this in the members area, this recording here, guys. And I know you're seeing my slide screen right now. And I'm also gonna put it in the Facebook group. We're gonna start putting that under resources, so it'll be easier to get to it. Let's see. Somebody says I've been using pretty much the same pixel for all my ads. Whoops, that's a problem. I have them optimized for add to cart and initiate checkout. Should I use more pixels? Yes, you're gonna, if you guys have different niches, and I'm getting a couple questions already, each pixel should be on an account with that niche. So if I've got a pixel for, survivalist, that's going to be different from my one where people need to learn how to make money online. It's two different groups of people, and it gets warmed up to those kind of people too. So that's an important thing to remember. Hey, Joy, what's going on? She just showed up there. Good to see you here. All right, so let me get to the screen on how to do these pixels here. Let me just get through. Okay, and I'm going to get right back here. I'm messing up my slides here, guys. Bear with me. All right, so that was what's holding you back. Now we're going to talk about the pixels real quick. Okay, so what are pixels? Pixels are basically just a piece of code that Facebook puts on a visitor when they're logged into Facebook. Now, here's the funny thing about Facebook. How many people that are on Facebook ever log out? The answer is almost nobody. It's like 99% of the people who log into Facebook, they stay logged in there and they go to other pages and all that. And as long as they're logged into Facebook, that pixel is following them around. So that's pretty interesting if you think about it. So it doesn't matter if they're on Facebook, if they're logged into Facebook, wherever they go, they're being tracked. So I'll keep that in mind too, depending on where you're going. So why should you use them first off? Well, you should use them because you can target visitors, people who have actually shown up at your site. And we're going to talk about that and how to do that in a second. You also get data, okay? So you know what people are doing, when they're doing it. Are you getting results out of it? So it helps you gather data. And you can also use that data to find more people, which we'll talk about. You can retarget people. So people who have come to your page, people who have, bought something on your page, people who have visited a blog, you can go back and run ads directly to those particular people now. So that's pretty cool because, as you know, if somebody comes to your site, they're interested in what you've got. But if you just run an ad to people out there who are interested in that subject, you're not going to get as good of results. Next thing is it costs less. If you are targeting people who have been pixeled, it's going to be a lot cheaper than if you try to just target random traffic out there. So it's going to cost you less money. And of course, you're going to get improved conversions because the people who have been to your site, who've looked at your products, who are interested in a particular thing, if you retarget those people, they're much, much greater chance of actually buying your product or service. And hey, here's the important part. They're free, okay? Facebook provides you this for free, but I'll tell you, most people are not using pixels because they don't understand it. But by the end of this coaching call today, you will be a Facebook pixel ninja. That's pretty cool, right? So what is a pixel? We'll define that. I'll put it on the screen here. Now, this is the Hootsuite definition, but basically it's just code that you're placing on your website, okay? And don't get scared when I say code because a lot of people say, well, I can't do coding. You don't have to. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's going to be really easy once you understand it. You may have to watch this a couple times, okay, to go back and forth because there's a couple areas you got to copy, but you're going to get this. It's not going to be hard. Understand you knew nothing before you knew it. So, you didn't know how to walk before you knew how to walk. You didn't know how to do math before you knew how to do math. You couldn't speak before you learned to speak. So all of this stuff that you're going to learn here may be foreign, but once you know it, you're going to know it. It's going to be that easy. And it does help you track these customers, like I said before. So let's get started, and I'm going to play this quick video. Ignore all the YouTube-ish type stuff, and let's get right into it. Hey guys, JR here, and I've been getting a lot of questions from people trying to build out their stores or run ads, and they're trying to figure out this Facebook pixel thing. So Facebook pixels can make you tons of money if you understand how to use them, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to use them, and there's not a lot of really good training out there. So I've decided that what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to just do a whole lot more videos, and I'm going to cover some of these more technical things that really, they kind of stump people and they stop them from moving forward, and I don't want that to happen. So in this video here, I'm going to talk about Facebook pixels and event codes because they are different, and I'm going to show you how to put them on your Shopify store. So we'll direct this to Shopify store people, but you can use this video for WordPress. You could use it for any other sites that you do. You just have to figure out where to put that code. First off, I've got you on one of my accounts. Now, this is not a live account, so this is just a dummy one I made up called Gadget. And what we're going to do here first is get our Facebook pixel. That's the first thing you have to do is get it. And let me explain to you how it's used. Your main pixel, not your event code, but your main pixel is used to track people who go to your website. So when they go to your website, they get pixeled. And what that means is they get kind of marked with this code. And that way you can go back and you can run ads to people who went to your home page or they went to your checkout page or whatever. And when you have that pixel code there, they will get pixeled and you can direct your ads just to those people. Now, the other cool thing you can do is, let's say that a lot of people go to your homepage, and those are the type of people that buy your products. Well, you can take that pixel and you can do lookalike audiences. And what that means is Facebook will allow you to create an audience that looks like the people who went to your homepage. So they're going to have the same demographics. And in doing so, you have a whole lot higher chance of selling those people because those people are just like the people that came to your page. So without talking about it anymore, let's get right into it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to click over here. Now, what's going to drop down over here, and I'm in my ads manager right now, or power editor. What's going to happen is all these things are going to drop down. Now, these are the frequently used areas that you can go to, but if you go down here, and pixels is here because I've been using it, but you go to all tools, and what you're going to do is you're going to find pixels right here, okay? And I'm just going to click on it here, but you'll also find it over here. Now, what this is doing is it's loading my pixels, okay? The information that I need. So let's get to them real quick. As long as Facebook lets us get to them real quick. So here's the deal. There's no pixel set up for this account. Like I said, this is a brand new account. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a pixel for the gadget, okay? And that's what this account's called. And I chose to do it this way, so if you haven't set anything up, you'll know exactly what to do. Now, once you set up, it's now set up. It says to use your Facebook pixel, you must first install the pixel code on your website, okay? And that's what I'm going to show you today on how to do that. This code will send a site visit information back to Facebook so you can measure customer actions and create smart advertising. So we're going to say that we're going to manually install the code. So we're going to pick this one right here. And don't get scared when you hear code. It's just a bunch of numbers and letters. Nobody knows what the heck it means. But you do have to know how to put this stuff on your site, okay? So now what it's going to do is it's going to generate this code right here, okay? And this particular code needs to be, they say, put on the header code for your website. And I'm going to go over there in just a second. And I'm going to show you where that's at. So you want to find the head and then the close head tags. That's what this little mark here means. That's closing the head on your web page, or locate the header template in your CMS or web platform. And let's go ahead and do it. All right. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to click here and I'm going to copy that pixel. See how it says copied right here? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Shopify store. Now, once I get there, I log in. Now, this is a sample store too. We don't use this to really sell anything. I just use it for training purposes. But let's go over here first, and you should be on your home tab here, and you're going to click on online store right here, okay? Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now that I'm on this store, I'm going to click on themes right here. You can see it. And it really brings me back to the same one it already took me there. Go to actions right here. Now, sometimes these buttons can move around a little bit depending on, what, platform they're working on. But what you want to do is you want to get down here to where it says edit code. I know that scares the heck out of everybody, but you got to do it, okay? Then what you want to do is you look at the layout over here. You don't want any of the templates. Don't mess with any of that. You don't want gift card. You don't want your password, obviously. So we're going to click on where it says theme.liquid. All right. Now we've got all this code stuff. Oh my God. Put it. Where do we? So where do you find them? And I just happened to glance down and notice the close head tag here, but let's say I couldn't see that, okay? So what you want to do is Control or Command F, and I'm going to put in the word head, okay? Now what that's going to do is it's going to locate the first instance of the word head, okay? And this one here is the bottom one, and if I go back up, and there's the top one, okay? And if I scroll right here, you'll see there's the bottom one, okay? So this is where you want to put it. So I'm going to put the spacer right here and hit enter and just give myself a little bit of room here. That's all you got to do. Then I already have that code copied. So I'm going to Command V and paste it right there. It's really that simple, okay? So then I'm going to go ahead and save it right here. Now what I want to do is view my online store right here. Now I have a little program that is downloaded on my computer from Google. And what it lets me do is it lets me see if there is any pixel on here. Now, if you notice, there it is. And if I click on that right there, it says, yes, there's Facebook pixels on this particular page, okay? So that's pretty cool. It's there. And there's the pixel ID, which I've got blurred out, obviously. Now, let's take a look at event codes, okay, and see how to do those. Now, what are event codes? Well, event codes are things that track what that particular person is doing, okay? So let's give an example. Let's say we want to work with our conversion code, okay, which would be, and then when I click and close that window, by the way, this one here popped open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the events that you'd like to track. So let's say that I want to track, let's say that I want to track leads. Now this would be if, for instance, somebody is entering their email to get a downloadable or whatever, or getting some information. The page that they end up on after they put their email in, okay, after, that's the important thing, that's where you would put your generate lead code. So if I click right here, you'll notice that there's the code right there, and this is track leads. Very, very simple, okay? If I wanted to track people who went to a particular page, okay, then I would, of course, put the view content right here, okay? And I'd put that code in there. Very, very simple, not hard to do. So all I would do, copy this code to my clipboard, just like this, okay? And I would go back to my Shopify store. Okay, guys, I'm back at my store now. And what I want to do now is I'm still in this theme liquid, and I've got all this code kind of stuff here, and don't let this scare you. I'm going to look for something called, and I'm going to do the Control F again, page view. You see that right here? So I'm going to locate it here where it says, see it says track page view. I'm going to put my spacer right here, just above where it says script, that closed script right here. And that's where I'm going to paste that code right there, okay? I'm going to go in that space right there, and I'll paste that code that I got from Facebook, okay? And then you see it says script, Facebook, track, view content right here, okay? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is if I leave it like this, it will track every single page. That won't do me any good. What I want is the people who actually went to my store and looked at a product. So I just want it on the product pages. So how am I going to do that? Well, let's go back to my store. Okay, I'm back at the store. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on catalog right here so I can pull up some products. That's all I'm trying to do. And I'm going to pull up this product here. I want you to right click on your desktop and click inspect right here. Okay, you see that? Now, when I inspect it, what it's going to do, it's going to tell me the class. That's what I'm looking for. And if you don't see class there, you can do the Control F thing again and look for class. C-L-A-S-S. Okay. And I'm looking for class. I'm looking for template. It says template-product. Do you see that right here? Okay, so the word I want is product because I only want it on my product pages. So I've got a little bit of code prepared, and I'll put it in the description below. Okay, so here's the code I have prepared. And I've already put the word product in here, okay? And this is the piece of code that you're going to need. So I'm going to take this and copy it. And I'm going to put that right above that view content. All right, so let's copy that. Here we are at the page. Now, see I have right here view content, okay? And I have the script closing here. I'm going to put this right above here. So we're going to go right above here, that other code that we put in, the view content. And we're going to paste that right there, okay? That's simple. Then what we're going to do is right below it, we're going to place the other piece of code that I have prepared for you. Okay, and then we're going to grab the other piece of code that's right here. And this is actually going to end what it's doing. We're going to copy that. Then back at our page, we're going to place it right there. So we've got the top code that I gave you there and the bottom one. Now you notice it says product here. If you wanted to do it and track your blog pages, if you want to track whatever pages, let me show you how to do that real quick. You would basically go about it the same way. So let's say we wanted to track our contact us page, people who went to that particular page. We would do the same thing. We would hit, we would right click, we would inspect, we would find that class again. The class is template dash page. So we would just use the word page there, simple enough, and put it in there. So that's really all there is to it. Now I have the code in there. All I have to do is save. I can preview. Now, if I go to catalog and I click on pretty much any product, you'll see that it has a view content and a page view pixel on there. So both those pixels are on there. So pretty cool stuff. That's all there is to it, guys. If you need any more information, check out my site. Leave some comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will continually. Okay, guys, was that interesting? I'm getting some comments there that, yes, it was. I never knew how to do that. Yeah, you know, so much of this stuff, you know, where it's really going to make a huge difference in your income is not taught. So what happens as a internet marketer, the drop shipping person, whatever you want to call yourself, you run into these obstacles and, you know, you're not making the money you want to make because you don't know how to do something. I'm starting to get some questions in here. Linda says, where do I go to see the results of the pixel info? Okay, that's going to be in your dashboard in Facebook, which that may constitute another video, right? Some more training. But, you know, you guys are going to be getting training in here that, let me put up at least the right screen here. Let's see here. There we go. We got the right screen. You guys are going to be getting training that, you know, so many courses don't do, because what happens, you know, a lot of times is people will buy a course and they'll get some information, but, you know, then that's it. So if they get stuck, they tend to quit because they can't get their questions answered. They don't know what to do, you know, and the difference in using pixels and not using pixels, you know, you can retarget those people and make money. So let's say you don't make that much on that first product you sell. If you retarget these people, you can triple, quadruple your income by just going back to those people and tapping into them again and again. Somebody else says, yeah, that's a great idea. How do I do that with emails? Yes, that's another video in itself. Somebody says, yes, very interesting. I did put pixels in mine, but I went by Google. Don't know if I did it right. Now I can cross-check it. Yes, you can. So you can use this as a guide now to see if it's working. And you can also Google Facebook Pixel Finder. And if you use Google Chrome, what you can do is you can put that as a little add-on to your Chrome. And that way, no matter what page you go to, it doesn't, you know, even if it's your competitor's page, you can go there and see if they have pixels on there, and you can see who's using it and who's not using it. So that's very good. And guys, type whatever questions you got in there. I'm going to be on for a few more minutes here. I want to make sure I get everybody's questions answered. Yes, you can use your pixels also for sales. So if you have a conversion pixel, what you want to do is put that on the page that is the last page they see after they buy something. A lot of people will get this wrong. and they'll put their conversion pixel on the order form because they say, well, that's where they're buying. That is where they're buying. But if they don't complete that sale, you're counting people that just went to the order form that never bought. And the majority of the people that go to an order form never buy. So that would be an incorrect data that you would end up getting back. So make sure what you're doing is when you put this conversion pixel for people who are buying, after the order form, they usually have a thank you page. That's where you would want to install that pixel, not on the order form itself. Now, as you get further into the actions of what somebody's doing, in other words, like if you were just buying traffic to view your page, that's going to be a lot cheaper than if you buy traffic to view your products or buy traffic to complete a sale. Because what Facebook has to do is they have to find more people that are willing to do that thing, and that's just going to cost you more. But it's good information. Let's see here. Can Jessica send me the link to that video? Yeah, Conroy, that actually is going to be in the members area. When you log into Digital Cash Academy, you're going to be able to see that. We're also going to try to start putting all those up on the Facebook group so that you can go in there, because some people aren't logged into both or whatever. So it'll be there, both places for you. What other questions you guys got about pixels here? And I'll try to mop up the rest of those questions before I get out of here. Does it cost? No, it doesn't cost anything. Facebook pixels are free. It's just something that Facebook provides to you. It's just something you get. So yes, they are free. Yes, you'll be able to watch this again. It's going to be in the members area, so that's not a problem. Members area of Digital Cash Academy. And like I said, we're going to put it in the Facebook group also. Are all pixels the same? No, they're not. Every account is going to have a different pixel. So, my pixel is going to be different from another business, obviously. But if I've got 4 different ad accounts, I'm going to have 4 different pixels because they're going to track different things. Now, a lot of people say you're basically buying data, which is what you're doing. The more you use a pixel for a particular action, the better that pixel is. And here's what I mean by that. So let's say you have a pixel and then you use conversions of sales, okay? Well, what Facebook does is every time somebody buys, Facebook tries to look back at the audience that's out there, the billions of people using it, and says, where's some more people that would do that? And then they try to send some more there. And so the more people you get that go through your process and buy your product, the more people, the better off Facebook can decide who they are. Because if I've got 2 people that bought and they've got some characteristics, some data points, I can check them out. But if I've got 2,000 people that bought and I can look at all those data points and they all match up, like maybe they're in a certain region of the country, they're a certain age group, they have certain income, then Facebook can go out and actually find more people like that. All right, somebody's saying, how do they do that? Well, here's what happens. Once you've gotten a lot of traffic to your site and you've sold a lot of products, you can actually take those buyers. This is something else cool you can do. You can upload your buyers to Facebook as an audience, and then you can ask Facebook to make a look-alike audience. And what they'll do is they'll go out with their billions of users, and they'll find people that look just like, and I say look just like, I'm talking about income, activities, likes, pages, posts, that type of thing. And they're going to find people who look like those people, and they're going to say, here's a new audience for you. So if you advertise to that look-alike audience that look just like the people who bought from you, you're going to have a whole lot higher conversions now. So that's why it's also very, very, very important to use that. Okay, I'm kind of sorting through some of these questions here. Somebody said, all right, let's see here. Somebody says they really understand it now. That's cool. Somebody said that now they feel smart. Well, that's good. You should feel smart. You're smarter today, right? You got something else down. Also, guys, in the group itself, I'm going to put a survey in there about the different things that you want to learn. You can also post in that group, just say, hey, JR, can you cover this? And tag me in that post. And those are some more things I'll put in there, because we want to make this coaching call not just the steps of Digital Cash Academy, because we know there's more to it than that, right? There's more you got to learn. So you want to make sure that you're posting that stuff in there so I know what to do. Somebody's asked me about my personal coaching. I think I have one spot left on that. I will have to check, But what you can do is you can send me a private message if you want some personal coaching. And for those of you who don't know about that, I do that with people, and it's a one-on-one basis. So I actually will walk you through that. If you're interested in doing something like that, what you need to do is PM me, and I will actually do a free blueprint call for you in your business. We'll go through your entire business and what you want to achieve. And if that's something that you want to do, then just PM me and we'll set up a time. There's no charge for me doing that. Obviously, I charge for my coaching, but if you just want some free information and get me to analyze things for you, I'll be happy to do that. So just, send me a private message or email or something along those lines. So guys, that is pixels. That's what you need to know. That's not everything you need to know, but that's another piece of what you need to know. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. If you would post in the comment there, if you understand this now. Let's see here. I see Dan. Dan, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, I got his message. That was one to me private, so that's cool. But you guys did great today. Okay, you got through this. It's probably something you didn't know before. When I do my private coaching, I really get into this and we really help people because I know it's kind of complicated, but you guys should be able to get through this. And if you also go into Facebook, what is the training section of Facebook they call it now? Is it Insights? No, that's the audiences. Oh gosh.
It's under the business, Facebook business, right?
Yeah, look in your Facebook business and there is some more training there. Mark says it's awesome. Great, very helpful. Thank you. Awesome. So you guys are doing a great job. I appreciate all the successes that so many of you are having now. If you need to get a hold of me, you can always PM me. I'm always there. Okay. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your Friday, and I'm off to lunch. And Jessica, you got any parting words for these fine people?
Oh goodness, just to use your pixels because they can really make a big difference.
Yeah, don't say to yourself, you know what, I don't need that part. I'm just going to skip that part. I'll just do this because that seems a little bit difficult. Those things that seem a little bit difficult are the things that you have to do. You just have to do them, because if you skip the difficult things, you're going to be doing the easy things, and that's what everybody else is doing, easy things. Okay, so we want to do things that challenge us just a little bit. It's like if you have a fear of something, that's exactly the thing you should do. Everybody's got fears. I mean, I don't like heights. I hate heights. I can't stand heights, but I don't like being afraid of anything. I remember when I was in Virginia, I had a house there and it was like 2.5 story because the roof was so high. And I needed a repair on the top of the roof, and it was pretty easy for me to pick up the phone and get it fixed. And I said, you know what? I'm going to fix it. And I got up there on the roof and did it. I didn't like it, but I felt a lot better about it because I came down off this huge, and this is one of those roofs that had 2 sections. So I literally had to put a ladder on the first section and then bring another ladder and put it on the second section. And it was sliding to get up to the top section, and it was not fun. But I literally did this because I don't want to be afraid of something. I don't want to be afraid of a height. That's the silliest thing in the world. So, that's what I did. I flew airplanes for years. I mean, I was a private pilot. That didn't bother me, but, getting up on a short ladder, I hated. So, you really got to challenge yourself, guys. Mark says, pixels are huge. Yes, they are. Thanks to both of you. Always appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Joy. We do appreciate it. All right, guys. See you in the group. Have a good afternoon. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.